I'm Caleb Yeung. I go to Bishop Guertin. I'm a senior this year, and next year I'm going to be going to Stony Brook University in Long Island. My parents got me into lacrosse starting in Canada when I was 5. I was from Ontario. I was born there, and we started just playing box lacrosse with a little bit mixed with hockey. So that's when I started picking up the stick, just doing some simple drills and stuff. And then when we moved to the U.S., Windham, New Hampshire, my mom and dad got us involved with Windham lacrosse. They were coaches throughout my whole youth. They were heavily involved in all the training and setting up lacrosse. So they've always gotten me into it, and I really started to love it when they signed me up for Tomahawks, and I got into playing club and year round. So I think it's a mix of my parents as well as my brothers too, because we used to always just run around and play in Canada and when we moved here. So I think my brothers and just my family combined just really got me into lacrosse at the start. Stony, it was a tough choice at the start. I had some options. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to go. I made a pretty big list of what I wanted in a school, the academics, obviously, first of all, because I'm not just there for lacrosse. Looking at the facilities and the coaches is really an important thing to me. So when I first visited there, I loved the coaches. They just brought the energy, and they really just showed how they were both hard on you. They could be competitive, but they could also be compassionate. So I really liked how when I watched one of their practices, they get into guys and they're very high tempo, high pace, but then they also go over and they're going to talk to you after they get high energy and all over you, because that they really care about their players and they really care about who they are as a school. So I think the coaches, just that they're so easy to talk to. There's always space available to call them, talk to them. They're always available. I think that was a really major deciding factor, because some of the other schools I looked at, I didn't really love the coaching staff, and I didn't really like their coaching style. So I think Stony Brook's, their coaching staff and coaching style really just blew me away, and that's why I decided to go there. I'm gonna have to go "Birthday" by Katy Perry. I would think Mark Wahlberg. I love all the movies he's in. One of my favorite movies is Ted 2. Absolutely think it's hilarious. Love all the clips from that. But also being a Boston guy and him being so down to earth, I feel like having lunch with him, he'd be able to have a good conversation. He's never too Hollywood for anybody, so I feel like lunch with him would be pretty fun, and especially somewhere in Boston, because he probably knows a pretty good spot down there. Probably science. I'm thinking of majoring in biology next year at Stony Brook. So I've always been interested in science, because I'm looking to get after college, get a veterinary degree and start a veterinary clinic when I'm older. So science has always been a favorite subject of mine, because I know I'm gonna have to do a lot later, and it's just always kind of what's behind how things work is kind of really interests me. So right now, I'd have to say science is probably my favorite subject. I'm a huge video game guy. I love playing NHL, Madden, Fortnite. When I'm home, just done a game or something, I love getting on with the boys, just playing some Fortnite and stuff. And yeah, those are always great times on the games. Most embarrassing moment was probably in hockey. I was in front of the net, and another kid shot it, and it went off my skating stick and went in. So the own goals are just that's happened, and I think after that was probably the most embarrassing thing that's happened to me while playing sports. My favorite sports memory was kind of last season, I'm going to go to the Acton-Boxborough game. It was my birthday. Towards the end of the season, we're getting ready for playoffs. One of the last games I played with my older brother, Dylan. So I think that game, it just sticks in my head. I thought I played very well that game. We celebrated after for my birthday, and playing with my brother for one of the last times, I think that's definitely my favorite sports memory by far.